Hey Libra, it's Ashley. Let's do your reading for the week of October 17th. We're going to look at a strength, a challenge, and then the potential outcome. And we'll do a 9-card spread and get some more detail. Now, if you stick around to the end of the reading, I'll pull some additional cards specific to the Aries full moon that's happening this week on the 20th. Now, a couple of announcements. I do have a cold, so please forgive my throat clearing, coughing, what have you. I try and keep it under control here. This may not be everyone's Libra reading, so if you find that this does not resonate, please go ahead and check your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And you can check down in the description box below for what that schedule is each week, so you can see when I release those elements, or you can hit the notification bell and you'll be notified anytime I upload. What else? Oh, please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's see. Oh, this week, Mercury finally stations direct. Hallelujah. In your sign, Libra. So remember to check the playlist at the end of this video. You can go back and look at the post-shadow period update and kind of refresh your memory on what might be showing up while Mercury moves through those degrees he's already visited. So, alright, enough of that. Let's get going here. Ooh, we have the Magician, the Emperor, and the Divine Masculine, and the Chariot. The Lovers. Look at all these majors. The Four of Swords. And the Nine of Wands. The Sun. The Ace of Cups. And the Knight of Swords. Oh my. At the bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Wands. So, kind of standing your ground here, maybe kind of coming from a bit of a defensive position. Could be defending your stance, your perspective, some sort of values. We'll see how this is coming into play. But we also have that Nine of Wands, which can also be kind of defensive energy showing up here. But I almost feel like it's because there's some things happening pretty majorly for you this week. With all these major arcana showing up, those are often cards that signify along the Fool's journey that can sometimes feel like they're outside of our control. So let's look at your strength. So we have here and now in the reverse. So it's actually showing up as a strength that you reflect on the past and fantasize about the future. Now we do have the Magician here, so I do feel like as you are reflecting and kind of daydreaming and kind of thinking about the past and thinking about what the future is going to look like, that you are actually helping to manifest something that you want here. Now we have the Magician, the Lovers, and the Sun. So this is Gemini, Virgo, Gemini, and Leo energy showing up here. You're definitely creating something that you're going to be very happy about here. Now, it could actually be a counterpart. We do have the Divine Masculine and the Emperor showing up, along with the Ace of Cups. But this can also just be, you know, you getting more into alignment with your inner masculine and feminine energies. And I did feel some of that come through in the Gemini reading. So perhaps that's showing up as a trend in the air signs this week. Let's get some clarifiers here and see how this is playing out for you. All right. Why do we have the Magician? We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So clearly manifesting some serious abundance here. Could even be a partner, a long-term partner. The Queen of Pentacles and her counterpart, the King of Pentacles, I often see as a long-term relationship. And with that Ten of Pentacles showing up, you can see on the card, there's an entire family showing up on this card. So it's kind of like the Tree of Life, from young with this child here all the way to the very old here with this older man. So certainly some kind of long-term legacy. Let's see what the Lovers is showing. We have the Two of Swords and the King of Wands. I do have a feeling that perhaps you don't necessarily see this coming, but it could be a choice. You know, the Lovers at one point was called the Choice card, with there being two there, right? Gemini, duality there. And now that we have the Two of Swords, there could certainly be a choice of deciding what it is that you want to nurture and kind of really give your full energy to here. With the Sun, we have another Leo card, the Six of Wands. So a very happy victory coming in. And the Chariot, so a victory, right? Cancer energy. Whatever is going on this week looks amazing. I'm going to see, as we move through the reading, if we can kind of get a better idea of what's going on with this choice here. Because in the outcome, we do still have this like kind of defensive energy here in that same row. Let's see. So in the challenge position, we have the White Witch. It says, be the light. So it could feel that you're being challenged to remain in the light. In other words, it could be that something comes up during this week that actually dredges up a little bit of your shadow side, right? Could be a fear. But let's see, because we do have the Ace of Cups here. Perhaps it is an offer of love that throws you kind of off balance a bit, or kind of surprises you. We have the Emperor, the Four of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. Like, I almost feel like you haven't heard from this person. But this also feels like on some level you're being asked to kind of take the reins when it comes to your own healing in regards to love. And I feel like that could be what's popping up as the shadow, is that as soon as something super bright and happy gets presented to us, you know, we have that, we can have this tendency to react in a kind of a terrified manner, because it forces us to be vulnerable. Let me get a drink here before I choke. All right, the Emperor. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. Okay. With the Four of Swords, we have the Three of Pentacles and the High Priestess. And with the Ace of Cups, we have the Hanged Man and the Six of Swords. Okay, so I do feel like some fears of rejection come up, and I think that that is because in the past, that's what happened to you. You might have, stumbled right into a seemingly divine relationship, and then you experienced rejection as a result of this other person's shadow coming up, right? So you could certainly be sitting in the, like, there's all this defensive energy here with the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and now the Emperor. The Emperor can kind of be cold and hard and fast and a little bit unfeeling, because he's kind of got a mission. He's got his eyes on the prize and he knows what he wants. And so it could very well be that as this choice arises, this thing that could be insanely abundant and happy and victorious for you could very well be a relationship, does not have to be. But as this person shows up, it's almost like you harden up a little bit. And so with that White Witch coming in as the challenge, you're going to have to kind of feel into your own shadow as it's coming up. Because I do think that whatever this is, you can see that this Magician is pointing to the Four of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. I don't think you're realizing that this thing that you're manifesting is actually going to be a whole different experience. It's going to be healing. It's like a blessing that you didn't see coming. There's going to be collaboration. The two of you, or three of you, with it being Three of Pentacles, it could certainly be a work collaboration happening here that we're talking about. It's going to work well. Now, could definitely be dealing with an Aries, Pisces. We have Pisces showing up strongly here. And this was also the case for Gemini. I believe Gemini had the High Priestess and the Hanged Man in this same challenge row. So it's kind of like these unknown things popping up that you didn't see coming and shifting your perspective. Now, with the Ace of Cups, we have the Six of Swords and the Hanged Man clarifying this. And it's like you're seeing that you have to move forward. It's almost like this is your ticket. Your ticket to ride is what I want to say. Because, like, you have this Sun, the Chariot, all this victory. But with it showing up in the challenge position, I think you're going to have to actually see and accept the cup and take the risk. It almost feels like a leap of faith here. And that is going to be what kind of pushes you into this more healing, blessed, place. But I do feel like you may be encountering your counterpart, like a strong counterpart here, and that is kind of just dredging up some, and I feel like part of it is because we have this here and now in the reverse, and you know how I was talking about like fantasizing and daydreaming, and it seems like it comes in and it's something out of a fantasy novel. And I think that that's like immediately what puts your guard up, because you're like, there's no way this is real, right? There's no way we can have this much abundance and connection and happiness and victory, right? And I just think it's because of past experiences that you've had to deal with. Now, in the outcome, again, we have divine masculine. It says electric active power. And so it does feel like you or this person takes some serious action here. We have the Chariot again, the Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. And there's a lot of speed here. And I feel like that could be part of your hesitancy. With the Knight of Swords and the Chariot, that's moving fast, right? And that could also be dredging up some fears. Like, you don't want to go tumbling into this situation. So we have Cancer and some fire and air showing up there. Let's see what else we can get. But the Chariot is like taking control, like hard control, right? And that is masculine energy. It's like taking, well, I almost said the reins, but he doesn't even hold reins. He holds a magician's wand, and these sphinxes are not reined. They are controlled by his intention and his, essentially his manifestation power, which with this showing up should demonstrate to you just how much power you have to manifest exactly what you want, right? And so I think that that plays a key role in you deciding to kind of take an active position here in this outcome. The Chariot, we have the Three of Cups, so celebration, fun, and the Nine of Pentacles, so some Virgo energy showing up there. With the Nine of Wands, we have the Justice, so there you are, Libra, and the Tower. See, I feel like this is, it's like you step into this knowing, if you really were to look at this, and we do have the Hanged Man, but I notice like as this lady that sits on top of this egg is upside down, she's kind of like in this Hanged Man position. And we do have the Hanged Man here. And the Hanged Man is all about seeing from a different perspective. And I feel like what you start to see from a new perspective is that this is exactly what you manifested. It's not just showing up as a trick, you know. It's what you kind of were dreaming of. And once you figure that out, you kind of allow those walls to break down. Kind of lower the defenses. The Knight of Swords, we're getting the Eight of Wands. What did I say? Speed. There could definitely be a move involved here. Oh, and look at how wonderful is that. We have the Queen, and now we have the King. So, some Taurus energy showing up there. I think this is going to kind of knock your socks off a little bit here, Libra. But that's why we do these readings, to kind of get a heads up and a forewarning of what's coming in, so that we're aware of our, you know, our reactions and why we might be having those reactions. And then we can kind of, kind of walk ourselves through things because this looks amazing. Now, like I said, there could be some moves in here. We do have some cards signifying even potentially some travel coming together, like quite a bit of that actually showing up here. And like I said, that also came through for Gemini quite heavily. So I'm wondering if Aquarius is going to have some interesting similarities as well here. But I think the key to this reading is recognizing that because this is actually a result of your own manifestation, prowess, and capability, that you will step into this role of kind of taking control and allowing those walls to come down so that this long-term permanent counterpart can come in, right? Looks great. Let's check out and see what's going on for you, Libra, during the full moon in Aries. What's going on for Libra for the full moon in Aries? And that is taking place on the 20th. So just a couple of days after Mercury stations direct. Let's see here. Oh my. How lovely. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in your sign. Love it. I'm going to pull a couple of tarot cards to go with that. See if it wants to tell us anything else. Oh my, okay, we'll just take those. Queen of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. So I do feel like this is it's like a new inspired kind of spark that comes in. And I don't know, it's going to be so amazing. It feels so good. A lot of love potential here. We already talked about the amount of abundance and stability and long-term happiness and victory that would be involved in this relationship. But now we have the Ten of Cups as well. And you can kind of see they're really small, but we've got 2 butterflies and 2 bees and 2 gooses here. And so it's all about, fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. That feels really good. And that Queen of Cups, that's that, we had that Pisces energy show up there. And with this Chariot energy, we definitely have Cancer as well. And it's just like on some level, a very intuitive level, you just already know this is right? And so I think when you actually run into that challenge, your intuition is screaming at you that this is your person. And at the same time, you're just kind of battling some of those shadow fears that show up. But this looks really amazing, Libra. I hope you have a great week and a great full moon. And don't forget to check out that post-shadow period review in the playlist. I'll tack that on here at the end of this video. And I will see you next week for the October wrap-up readings. And we'll see how we're finishing out the month of October. I'll see you then. Bye.